Cripp, I am super, super duper sunburnt. Look, you can tell because my head and my chest are two different colors.
Oh
And look
man,
how
that looks like
bad.
it hurts.
It does. It really
Oh,
does hurt. And I didn't
uh,
even have I didn't even have time to like wash off the water park. Like it's still on me. Like I
God,
haven't
you
even
white
showered
people, the
yet.
shit out of yourself, huh?
Ew. And like this was me being like, you know what? I'm gonna wear a respectable one piece, like the future stepmom that I am, and I just won't put it out there. And then like we turn around, there's a huge group of about like 50 like Brazilian young women. Like they must have been
Yep.
like teenage to old teenage. Like I think they might have been all between like probably 13 and 18, it appeared. Like I don't know what
Perfect.
group they were from, but there were about 50 of them, and literally all of them were wearing thong bikinis.
Yep. Yeah.
Like I understand adults wearing thong bikinis, and like I understand it at like a water park too, because it's like not everyone is dressing for speed. Like not everyone's dressing for like, oh, what's gonna be the best suit to wear down a slide. People
Yep.
are just like they're putting out the vibe. They want to look hot. I get it, but this was like I'm like these girls were like kind of young, and then I could hear them speaking Portuguese. I'm like, oh, okay, they're Brazilian. All right, or
No,
something similar.
it's a weird time going to a water park like that because that's like the I guess the social etiquette now is just to look like you're ready to fuck all the time, and that's
I guess so. And I'm like, don't
I
you
don't know.
guys like aren't you like if your whole ass is hanging out and you go down like a drop slide or any kind of a slide, like aren't you worried your cheeks are gonna scrape? Because some of these slides are like sharp, some of them, like it's just you're very exposed.
Yeah, I don't. I identify with the guys that wear full on shirts in the pools. You know, like I get that.
Yeah.
I like the old school like 20s swimsuit. You know.
Like I bring up the Brazilians because I feel a little bit like I don't know if resentful is the right word because it's like here I am trying to be like not professional but like demure and like cover myself and I had a one piece and I was just trying to be like responsible and then like I'm still cute. I still got it. I got two pieces now. Like I was like I'm not trying to be like that. I'm trying to cover up and be classy and it's like you get to the water park and you're like, no, nobody gets, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be like, oh, I don't want to show off all the goods
Hmm.
in front of my future stepson. No, but then we get there and there's like fucking hundreds of asses just out, like titties out, and like me and Frank are laughing to each other because we're just like, it's that old like, what's his name? Gilly and Keeves, that
Yeah, yeah,
sketch with Shane Gillis, where it's like, as developed as they may seem, they might not be 18 or whatever it is. How
yeah.
it's like it's very catchy if you learn the rhyme. But
Um, you know, I'm Brazilian, but I would wear like a full on shirt going to the beach or whatever. Because this one time there was people at the beach and I was wearing the bikinis that have like the elastic in the bottom. And then a big wave came and like hit me across the head and the bikini went like, and then I
ooh,
see people like some guys like getting inching closer, and that was like the worst. So like I just wear a full fucking shirt. Like I'm going to the pool and I'm just wearing what I'm wearing. Like I just will walk in the pool, and yeah, I mean I own a bikini, but I've never used it. Still has the tag on.
oh, no time like the present. Just
Right.
wear it over your long sleeve shirt. I'm all for like putting it all out there. I don't know. It's like nobody's at the water park trying to be, covering up for anybody else. So it's like, why do I don't know. I'm over
Yeah,
it. I'm
yeah.
just gonna go full salute, you know. But I guess it's like, okay, yeah, I don't want him to see me that way, so I have to cover up and take myself seriously. I don't know.
See, I
I don't
guess
know why I'm mad.
I'm blessed with the luxury of not really having to deal with any of that. But it's like if I put myself in a woman's shoes, I would also feel weird about like children looking at me, like you know.
No,
I
I
guess that's
don't
just
want
me.
children looking at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like your whole like their whole asses, they were in thongs. Like imagine 50 girls in thongs walking by you in a line for a slide. And there's just nowhere you can look other than into the eye of the storm, you know?
Oh
Because
no.
it's like you
That sounds
can't
like a
not
nightmare.
look.
That sounds horrible. Oh fuck.
But like, okay, so I was at Volcano Bay today in Universal, and this is what happened.
Oh my god.
It's bad. It's
How did it
actually
not get your neck though? Or like, do you have makeup on your neck too?
because the sun is up in the sky, and it was like
Okay.
coming down like that. So and we were literally walking, like I was literally on my feet the whole
Oh,
day. We
no.
all were, and so my neck was protected by my chin. So then it just came straight
Oof.
down. And now I'm gonna have old lady titties.
Oh,
Did
no.
anybody else get burnt?
Frank a little bit on his face, but again, he's Italian, so he's built for sun exposure.
He's built different.
And like here I am, like putting the zinc, like putting the sunblock like all over his kid's face. Like I was very on point about that, but like myself just clearly couldn't care less. So I have like a red. This is gross. I don't know what to do. And my arms are probably also
Does it hurt yet?
pretty red.
Oh yeah.
It just feels warm, which is like kind of comforting. It feels kind of like
Better
a
get some
warm
aloe,
hug.
girl.
I have some green goo in a jar, but I also like I also haven't showered from the water park either. So I have like I have my classic rain dawn look. So
You have chlorine and urine all over you then.
I know, and it's definitely mine because I did pee in the lazy river a couple times.
Yeah.
What's cool about Volcano Bay is that there's a lazy river and there's also a crazy river, which this water park is sick. Like if you're into water parks, definitely come to Volcano Bay. You don't need a tube, but they do make you wear a little life vest, and then you just float like a freaking corpse through the lazy river, and it pushes you through fast. There's like waves, like you could drown. You could probably drown, like if you like got turned around or like I don't know. If you took your like vest off and were a bad swimmer, you could totally drown. What's awesome is that like when you're walking around, like you have this little buzzer thing, and you like beep it into like let's say you want to go on this water slide. You beep it into it, goes beep, and then it says come back in an hour or come back in 2 hours or something. So you come back in 2 hours, and then you actually don't have to wait in as long of a line, which is pretty cool. And then there's other times you can just like beep your thing, and then you can actually squirt, like they have guns, and like you can push a button and you can actually squirt onto somebody who's on the lazy river. Like that was my favorite part of this whole park, not the rides, it was like being able to squirt people without them knowing. Like they'd be like, ah, and one was like just cold water like going onto people's faces. And like I learned a valuable lesson. Like the degree to which you can handle random water squirting at you is like the degree to which you can handle life. Like if you go to a water park and you become angry with like getting squirted on, you have
Getting
bad
squirted on at the
skills.
water
Like, you need to-
park.
I
Yeah,
love
like,
getting
you're
squirted on.
You're gonna get wet. There's no way. Like if you think you're just, I'm gonna go down the lazy river, I'm not gonna get my hair wet, you're wrong. Your whole head is gonna get wet. And it's just funny that like the water is also cold. So it's fun to hear people be like, ah, and like there was such a cunt online for this one slide. So she and her like huge fucking family. There was like the two stairs, and then the stairs diverged into like the two different slides. And they were right ahead of us on like this slide. They got to here, the top of the stairs, and then they were waiting, and they let like this many people, like they let a huge amount of people, like there was a huge gap in the line. Normally you see a gap in the line, you move up the line. That's line friggin' dynamics 101. And they just were letting all of this space go by because they were ignoring it. And we thought like, oh, are they changing lines? Are they trying to go to this slide? So like me, Frank and Matt, we try like walking around them, and then the mom, like the woman from the group, was like, no. She was such a bitch, and I was like, yeah, you gotta pay attention. Like we don't.
She Karen'd you?
She kind of did. Like, I know that this person a year ago would have been yelling at me in a nail salon for not wearing a mask. So I'm like, this is kind of your fault for letting all this space go by. Like, it looked like she was switching lines. Like, they were just like, you gotta pay attention, bruh. I don't know. I was like, that interaction was something that made me like really hate humanity. And then the best was that she was on the lazy river later on, so we got to squirt her from like a remote location, and she had no idea it was us.
Oh,
like,
really?
taking
You
out
can't see who
revenge.
it is?
Yeah, you can't see unless you know the ride. Like, there were some kids who were looking up right at because they knew where like the squirts were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know, you know.